Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the social media video editing tutorial. So, now this is the chapter number 10, and here we'll be creating an Instagram post in Canva. Okay, so we'll be learning how you will be able to design those. Okay, we'll be learning how to put on your graphics. If you want to upload anything and all, you guys will be able to upload it from here as well. So, let's not waste time and let's get started. So here, as you guys can see, now I am here in the home page of the Canva. Okay. So the first thing what you need to do right over here is first you need to come here and check out the video panel. Okay. So here, once you're in the video panel, here you guys can basically see now over here you do have a lot of presets. Okay. So here you do have for the Facebook video. Here you do have for the Instagram reel. Okay, and here you do have a LinkedIn video and all. If you want to make any video collage, you guys will be able to do it from here as well. Okay, so now let's come here and let's try to create the Instagram reel size. Okay, so once I'm right over here, basically you guys will also be able to change the color of the background. But before that, the first thing what you're going to do is get some elements out here. Okay. And from the elements, what you need to do is you need to come down. Okay. And check for the frames right over here. Okay. So here you guys can see I do have a lot of frames right over here with different sizes. Okay. So here you guys can see I do have a lot of sizes right over here, and also different letters which are over here. I can basically work on with all of this. Okay, so here I will be making one right here. Maybe I can choose this one. Otherwise, let's check on top what are the type of styles which are available right over here. So basically what you can do is you can just take this one, and here you guys will be able to place it accordingly. Okay, so maybe just increase the size, and what you can do is you can just place it somewhere right over here. Okay, so let's place it somewhere right over here. And now the same way, what I'll do is I will just click on Control C, come here and just click on Control V as well. Otherwise, using the Alt option, you guys can actually duplicate this layer. Okay, so here now again, I will just take the same one. Okay, and I'll also increase the size the same way. Okay, so I will just increase the size the same way over here. If I want to just put it here on the sides, okay, I will also be able to put it here on the sides as well. Suppose what I want to do is I want to give this thing a rotation. Okay, I can come here and I can just give this thing a rotation quite over here as well. Okay, so now once I have just positioned it the way I like, okay, so the next thing what I can do is I will just come right over here, and now I will just give this thing a different color. Okay, so come here onto the color option, and basically you guys will be able to choose the color. Okay, so what kind of color looks good? So what I can do is I can come here and maybe I will go with something light. Okay, so let me just come here and let me go with some light colors, quite like this. And I will just copy this one. Okay, so I will just double click and copy. Otherwise, let's select this one again. Let's come here. And what I can do is I can just want to go back. I can also go back right here. Let's just take some different colors again. So let's come here and I will just copy this one using Control C. Come to this one and now just come to the color which you have used before, and here also I will just put up the same color. Okay, so I will just keep this color right over here and I will select it. Okay, so now here you guys can see the duration of the video over here is 5 seconds. Okay, so if I want to animate this one, I will be able to animate this one from here. Go to the animate option, and from the animate option you guys can come down, and here you guys can just give this rotation thing. Okay, so just give the rotation over here, and if you want to decrease the speed, you guys can actually decrease the speed, And here, make sure that you choose this particular option that it will rotate from the right. And the same way, come onto this one, and here also just select the same option, okay, and just decrease the speed, and make sure that you select and it just rotates from this side. And now go here on the top option, and from the top option, what you're going to do is you are going to select this one, select the rotation option, and just decrease it and make it rotate from the right hand side. Okay, so here you guys can see how this effects actually looks. And here now again, what you can do is select this, just select all of it, which are right over here. So I have selected all of these three. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to copy this one. Okay, so I will just click on Control C, and now I will add up a new page. Okay, and here I will just click on Control V. And now what I can do is, suppose from here I don't want this one. Okay, so I will just delete this part, and what I can do is I will just place this accordingly. So let me just give this thing a rotation over here. So this is for the second page. Okay, so let's just come down, let's just give this thing a rotation quite like this. And now let's place it somewhere over here. Okay, so I will just place it somewhere over here. Let's come down. Okay, and from this particular option, I will also give this thing a rotation as well. Okay, so I will just give this thing a rotation quite like this, and I will just give this one a background color as well. Okay, so here now I will come. First, I will just try to select this one. And here, now again, I will go to the elements option. And from the elements option, now I will be searching for a coffee. Okay, so I will just search a coffee, and I will just click on enter. And here you guys can see I do have a lot of the coffee icons right over here. Okay, so first off, I will go to the photos. So here you guys can see I do have a lot of photos from which I can choose from. Okay, so basically maybe I will come right over here, and I will just choose which one do I like. So you guys can just take your own time and do this one. Let me take this particular image, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the edit photo option, and from the edit photo option I will select the BG remover, which is the background remover. And here you guys can see now I do have the image right over here. And what I can do is I can just place this particular image somewhere over here. Okay, if I want to increase the size, okay, I will also be able to increase the size quite like this. Okay, so I will just keep it right over here. And if I want to edit the photo, I will also be able to edit the photo from here as well. Okay, so now let's come here, and here you guys can see if you want to add some shadows and stuff, you guys will be able to add some shadows and all here as well. Okay, so now let's select this particular image, and if I want to just bring it here on top a little bit, here you guys will be able to put it here on top. Okay, so now let's go to the elements option again, and let's go to the shapes option. And from here, let me just select this particular circle, and now I will just decrease it kind of like this. And what I'm going to do is I am going to change its color as well. Okay, so I will just keep this color quite like this. And now for the shadows, what I'll do is I will come here, and maybe I will just put it right underneath somewhere. Okay, so here you guys can see, you guys can basically put it quite like this. And now here, let's just place it underneath, and just right click over here, and now go to the layer option. And from layer option here, you guys can just send it to back. So here you guys can see this particular layer. If you want, you can actually adjust the layer from here and check it. Okay, so from here, this particular color which you do have over here, you can also change the transparency if you want. But let me first animate this one, like how it will appear right over here. Okay, otherwise let's select the wipe. Okay, let's check which one looks better. Okay, so here you guys can see So here you guys can actually use the scrapbook option as well. And if you want to use the tumble option, you guys will be able to use the tumble option as well for animation. Okay, so here you guys can see the wiggle option right over here. If you want to wiggle it, okay, you guys can check out the intensity. And here you guys can see I will just decrease the intensity quite like this. And now, once I am done, what I'm going to do right over here is I am going to come here. Let's just select outside. And now I will just lock it up. Okay, so let me just lock this one up over here. Okay, so once you are here, you can just right click, and from here you guys can actually lock. Okay, so here you guys can actually lock this one. And after that, if you want to select this layer, you guys will be able to select this layer here as well. Okay, so now if you want to group both of this, you guys can actually group both of this as well. Okay, so I can just unlock it from here basically. Okay, so once you're done with this part, what you're going to do is you're going to play around with the text. Okay, so for the text option here, you guys can see I do have a lot of text here. So the first thing which I'm going to do is I am going to add up a text box. Okay, so I'll just place the text right over here. And now I'm going to come here and check which are the texts which I can use right over here. Okay, so let me just check which one can I use. And from here, I will just select this retro option. And under the retro option, here you guys can see I do have a lot of it which I can use from here. Let's take this one. And now I will just select this text and I will just write my text around accordingly. Okay, so the first thing which I will write is I will just write each and every word individually, and I will just type T, and again I will take, or let me just increase the size of the font from here. Okay, so here you guys can see I am just increasing the size of the font from here. So let's come here and let's type 200. Okay, and I'll just click on enter, and let me just give this one a dark color. Okay, so let's come here, let's give this one a dark color. Okay, so I will just change this one to a dark color. Let's select this and let's select a color right over here. And here you guys can see you guys will be able to place it accordingly. Okay, so again I will just duplicate this layer. Just click on alt, and now here you guys can see you guys can actually come here and just change the word. Okay, and again, the same way, I will come here, click on Alt and duplicate. And now what I'll do is I will just type this one accordingly. Okay, so I will just come here, click on Alt and click here. And here you guys can see now I do have my word right over here. So again, what you can also do is suppose I want to change the font type. Okay, so in that case, here you guys can come again, and suppose I will just change the font type. Okay, so I will just select all of it. Okay, so I will just select it using the shift, and here also I will just select this one. And from here, and let's come to this text option. Let's take this, and I will take this one, and I will also apply the same font type. Okay, so I will come here and I will just come here and I'll place it accordingly. So let me just place it quite over here. Let me just bring it here as well. And now I will place it somewhere here. And here you guys can see now I do have all of these words over here. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to add another one. Okay, so now I will just click on Alt, maybe bring it over here. And now I am going to write A. And what I'll do is again, I will just duplicate this one. Okay, so I will just duplicate here and here as well. Okay, so I will just duplicate this layer and I will just write S, and I'll just write I, and here I will just write P over here. Okay, so here you guys can see now I do have a option called take a sip. Okay, so what I can do is I can also animate all of these words, okay, if I want to. So for that, what I need to do is I need to first place it accordingly. Suppose I will come here, let's just take it down. Suppose I will just place it right over here. Let's place it down and let's take out the image which I had. Okay, so I will just take the image right over here. And what I'll do is I will just bring it onto this point again. Okay, so let me just place it right over here. And now I will just bring it a bit down. Okay, so I will just bring it a bit down right over here, and I'll just check the alignment of this particular word, and I'll just place it right over here as well. So now let's select all of this word all together again. Okay, take this one, this, and this. Okay, so now I will click here onto the animate option. So here you guys can see how you want to animate. It will just apply it quite like this. Okay, if you want to come it quite like this, then you guys can just pop it up. So I will just decrease the speed a little bit right over here, and now I will just place it right over to this particular place. Okay, so now if you want to see how it actually looks the first frame, so this is how it will actually look like the first phase. Okay, so now let's come here onto the second page. And now what you can do is you guys can go to the elements option, and from the elements option, now here you guys can search for a coffee. Okay, and now click on enter option. Okay, so here let's search for coffee bean and let's click enter. Okay, so here you guys can see now I do have a lot of videos. So from here I will click on see all option, and from here what I can do is I can just take this particular video which I have here, and after that here you guys can see now I do have all of these videos right over here, and I will go to the edit video option, and after that I will just remove the background, okay, of the video. So here you guys can see now I do have this one right over here. Let's go back. So I will just come here, and what I can do is I can just increase this one. Okay, so let's just place it, or let's just rotate it first. Let's give this thing a rotation. So now let's give this thing a rotation quite like this. And what you want to do is you want to just bring your frames right over here. Let me just decrease it, and I will just set my video here on front. Okay, so come here and just place it quite like this. Okay, and if you want to increase it, here you guys can also increase the video from here as well. Okay, so now let's just play it up. And I don't want 16 seconds. So what I'll do is I will just decrease it. Okay, so I will just decrease it quite like this. And if you want to give this thing a rotation again, here you guys will be able to give this thing a rotation again here as well. Okay, so let me just increase the size. And now if I just place or just try to see the transition between the videos. Okay, so here you guys can see this is how your page will look like. And if I want to increase the timing maybe to 5 seconds, okay, so I can just put it here for 5 seconds. And now again I will take my playhead back, and here you guys can see this is how it will actually look. And after that I will create another face, okay, over here, and from here I will add another one. And what I can do is I will come here to the first one. I will take this frame. Okay, so I will just take this top one right over here, control C, and now I will come here and I'll just click on control V option. Okay, so here you guys can see I do have the control V option. And now again I will just duplicate this layer. So I'll just click on duplicate, and what I'm going to do is I am going to actually rotate this one. So let me just give this thing a rotation quite over here, and let's see how it actually looks. Okay, so here you guys can see this is how it will kind of appear. And over here I am going to take up add video. Okay, so here I will search for sipping coffee. Okay, I will just search sipping coffee, and I will just click on enter. Okay. And what I'm going to do is here you guys can see now I do have few of the videos right over here. Okay, so now here you guys can see I do have a lot of video which I can actually choose from. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the right one for my video right over here. I want something which is facing this side. So I will come here, take this particular video, go to the edit video option and click on to the background remover option. Okay, so here you guys can see now it is just processing. So here now, once I have removed the background, now I will just increase the size of this image right over here. And what I'm going to do is now I am going to place this video right over here. And now I will just try to send this video back. Okay, so I will come here, click onto this option, go to the layer option, and I'll just click on send to back. And now I will just come here, go to that top layer, and I'll just send this one to the back as well. Okay, so here you guys can see now again I am going to use some text around. Okay, suppose here you want to take some curved text. So in that case again I will go to the text option, and from the text option I will select your text paragraph. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this whole thing out, and now you guys can just type come visit any of our any of our outlet. Okay, so I will just type this thing up, and if I do want to increase the size of the font, then I'll take and I'll just increase the size of the font. And here you guys can see I do have increased the size right over here. And now what I can also do is I can just decrease the size to maybe 80. Okay, so I'll just click on 80. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font of this one as well. So let's come here. Let's check which one looks good. And here now I will just select this. Okay, so here you guys can see now I do have this one right over here. And again, I will just change it to 60 and let's see how it actually looks. Okay, so now once I have just selected this one, I want to animate this. So go to the animate option, and from here you guys can actually use this drop option and all. And if you want to put on some effects, here you guys can make it a curve. Okay, so here you guys can see you guys will be able to make it a curve as well. Suppose here you want to decrease the size, here you guys will be able to decrease the size as well. Okay, so let's come over here. Let's just select this whole thing up. And now again, I will just change the color. Okay, so let's go with this particular color right over here. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to click on Control C, and now I am going to click on Control F. Okay, so now over here, if I want to duplicate this same layer, so in that case, what I'm going to do is I'll click here, and now I will just click on to the duplicate option. So now I will just place it on top of this one. Okay, so I will just move this one a little bit. And what I'm going to do is on the top layer, I am going to add up a different color. Okay, so come here, select this one, and now go to the color text color option. Let's select this text color, and here you guys can see now you guys can actually move this one a little bit. Okay, so if you want to move this a little bit, you guys can come here and you guys can actually move this accordingly. Okay, so here you guys can check this one. And suppose here this same thing I want to give this thing a rotation. Okay, so come here and just give this thing a rotation and just place it accordingly. Okay, so now come here and just place it. Otherwise, let me just delete it over here. Okay, so I'll come here, let's delete this part as well, and come visit any of our outlet. I have just put this one, and suppose if any other animation you want to put, but let's just decrease the size of this video to 4 seconds, and let's see how it actually looks. Okay, so here you guys can see now I will just decrease this one to maybe 3 seconds. Okay, so I will just decrease this one to 3 seconds. Now let's place this, and this is how it actually looks. Okay, So here you guys can come and here you guys can see this is the whole video which I have just created. Okay, so here you guys can see the animation, and after that it comes right over here taking a sip of the coffee. Okay, and if you want to put any more graphics, you guys will also be able to put different graphics here as well. So basically you guys will be able to change the playback speed as well from here. Suppose if I want to make any changes, I will come here onto this option and I will make changes accordingly. Okay, so I will just close this particular part, and yeah, this one is done. The last thing which I need to do is I need to add some audio to it. Okay, so I will just search for audio. Okay, so I will just search for audio and I'll just click on enter. And here under audio, I do have a lot of audios which I can choose from. So I'll just put this one right over here. Okay, so I will just select this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it. So I'll just pause this for now and I'll just extend the length right over here, and let's play and hear this out. So yeah, this was the whole video. If you want to put some audio effects, okay, you guys will also be able to put some audio effects as well. Okay, so once you're done, go to the share option and go to the download option from here, and make sure you choose the MP4 video. And if you want to see the preview, you guys will be able to see the preview from here as well. Now click onto the download option, okay, and your file will get downloaded. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys have understood this class. So hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.